Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75, and welcome to another Transformers KO review. This one is a bit of an oddity really. I really wanted it. It's a KO of the Voyager class Last Night Megatron, but in a deluxe sort of size. It could just be a tiny bit bigger than a deluxe. It's probably like an old deluxe rather than the new sort of ever so smaller deluxes. Now I wanted this. It's actually quite cheap on Sir Toys. I can't remember how much it was now. What, £6.99? So in English money, that's about what, £4 or £5. And I thought, well, it's a good option, but it just sort of falls short, unfortunately. I mean, it's good, but in hand, it feels the plastic feels very cheap, and it's that kind of brittle cheap as well, not bendy. You know, you force something, it's going to snap, unfortunately. But other than that, they're the bad points. There is another bad point which I'll come to in a minute. And that is, well, yeah, I'll come to it now actually. And that is that it's been simplified slightly. And when you think how good that Voyager class was, and that's a real shame. But luckily, oh, well, probably not luckily really, some of the points are not exactly major, but annoying points. But there we go. Anyway, so let's stick with it and see how it goes. Right, so this is obviously his aircraft mode, whatever you want to call it. You can stick the thing up there, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of that. And it looks pretty good. I really do like how it looks. I loved the Voyager one, and I love the weird Wee Zhang oversized version that they did. I just think it's really good. I still don't know exactly what these are. Always got thrusters the wrong way around. I suppose there must be intakes or something, but there we go. Just looks a bit strange, doesn't it? But there we go. And on the bottom, unfortunately on this one, you do have visible head syndrome. Other than that, he's the same. He doesn't have any landing gear. He sits pretty well. And to be honest, as a deluxe sized, he's probably not that much smaller than the Voyager one, to be honest, in this mode. Yeah, he's okay. And for £4, I suppose I couldn't grumble. In the end, I might give this to my son if he's ever into Transformers, because to me, it's okay, but it doesn't really fill the gap I was hoping it would. Anyway, right, let's transform it. Sorry if my voice is a bit funny. I've got bronchitis at the moment. It's probably not great that I should be doing these videos while I'm like it, because I really should be resting my voice, because it does hurt to talk, and I've been coughing like a good one lately. So there we go. Right, so we're going to disconnect some panels here, disconnect that one. I can't remember exactly which bits I'm supposed to loosen up first, so let's just loosen up bits, and then usually you just sort of bits find where they're supposed to be going. It's a really good fun mold. Right, so where are we going to go now? Right, we're going to leave that. Oh, that's not good. Just leave that around there for now. Then we're going to bring this bit around here, like so. We're going to rotate those up around there. You've still seen this transformation. You don't really need me to point out what's happening and everything. So this bit comes up to the back. Let's just get those out of the way, bring that up, bring those around here somewhere, like so. Let's sort these legs out first. Now, here's one of the annoying sort of points. So you're going to bring the foot out, and pretty much like normal. And then you're going to collapse this round. Now, it doesn't have the second hinge here. So it just sticks out, and rather than wrapping around his foot, which is annoying. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I could have lived with it, but there is one more annoying point. So anyway, then you're going to come to the arms. So you're just going to bring them around. Right, so open out those bits, and then once you've got this out of the way, you can sort of bring this down and tuck that out of the way. Just get those arms, and we'll come around here. They still tab into that little port there very successfully. Bring it around, that tabs in, and then we're happy as Larry all around there. And there we have your, oh yeah, I forgot to bring his fusion cannon out. And there we have your Megatron in robot mode. Now, he looks all right. He's a roughly deluxe sized. The only other figure that I've got out actually is this is a kosher one, obviously. This is my Voyager sized, what's his name? Nitro Zeus. And as you can see, he's a little bit smaller than him. So you can get a size comparison. If you've got a lot of deluxes, he'll fit right. Sorry about that. There we go. We'll pop him over there. Right, so the other annoying point is he's no longer got any elbow joint. So his arms are stuck out like that. I mean, they do, for some curious reason, still move out to the side like that, but He can't bend him at the elbow. And he can't turn his head either, which is a bit of a shame. But other than that, he still looks to me, he still looks all right. I haven't got too much of an issue with him, really. It just would have been nice. And he's got no knee joints either, so you're not going to be able to get him into all those cool poses that you could get the Voyager one in. Yeah, but stick him on your shelf. He's not too bad for a cheap price. Oh, hang on 1 second. My light has just almost collapsed. And again, almost. Right, so there we go. So that was the deluxe sized knockoff last night Megatron. Would I recommend it? Only if you want a deluxe sized one to put with some deluxe sized toys, for example. Other than that, probably not. It's all right. It's all right. If it had had a good articulation, I would have probably said, yeah, it's worth picking up. But because it's been simplified a bit too much, you know, it's probably just one step too far, really. If it still had the elbow joints, knee joints, it'd have been fine. I could live without the head joint. It's probably those elbow joints. If it still had the elbow joints, it would have been all right, because I can live without knee joints. But there we go. Yeah, I mean, that gun doesn't really want to forward against that properly, but it's a knockoff. What do you expect? Anyway, right, so there we go. He still looks a bit gappy at the back there, but there we go. And you can stick his giant thing in his hand. There we go. Get him to stand up. What he's standing up on his own, he should do. There we go. So there he is. He looks all right. Anyway, right. So this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram, and of course, you can support my channel using the links below. Right, I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.